Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Mountain Creamery. We're still in early summer day one. I think when we left on Monday night, it was raining, but the rain subsided a little bit after 2 o'clock, and here we are working our. Well, rain subsided and the grain dried out. The crop dried out so that we could get in here and start harvesting again. A little after 2. Hey Anthony, hey Will. Glad to hear that you fared well from the storm. Weather Channel I hear is saying that it's the third strongest storm to make landfall here in the U.S. Hey CDA Gaming, we're just farming from the high drone view. Got a tractor running follow me behind me, doing the baling so that we can try to get the straw up off the field as soon as possible.
I'm coming.
That is because we want to have any chance at flipping these fields, putting corn in them.
Cab wheat.
Then we're going to need to get the straw off the field as quick as we can. The way it was strengthening, I think for sure it would have hit Category 5 level if it had another. I think if it had another couple hours to cook. Hey, the Hammer. What's up?
I think it was 1 mile per hour short of Category 5.
Yeah, the Weather Channel was saying that I guess it peaked out at 155, which I guess 157 maybe is the differentiator or something, but it was a beast. Hey, DoughBoy, what is up?
Still is. I think it's still a hurricane right now.
Yeah, last I saw it was down to a Cat 1, but it was, you know, pretty far inland in Georgia, and it was still a category. DoughBoy, people keep asking me about you. I think they're missing you. What was all that?
They can talk to him because he just joined chat.
Is that what I was hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where are you at tonight?
Coming across the hills of North Carolina.
Well, they're gonna be getting hit with some rain here soon, I guess.
Oh, we've been all day. I'm heading up here to Virginia. Got to pick up the last part of my load here. I don't even remember the name of the town. And head north.
Got another driver in chat. The Hammer is apparently in Maine on his way to Ohio.
Nice.
There we go. We'll get around it that way. You been on the coast side, or you just been on the inland side of North Carolina to see how bad the flooding still is?
I haven't made it to the east side yet. I've just been hearing from other drivers that it's still bad. Still places closed.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Last thing they need is have a tropical depression fly through there.
Oh, they downgraded it now.
No, I think it's a Category 1 right now, but I figure by the time it hits North Carolina, it'll be a tropical depression.
Well, then they did downgrade it because the one that made landfall was a Cat 4.
Yeah, yeah. It's been weakening.
Petered out.
It's been weakening as it's moving in, but it's still pretty potent. Pretty far inland.
Yeah.
Hey James, what's up? You're still
They
hating the
had,
Prius with Trader in.
Tornadoes in Metro Atlanta today.
Trade that thing in.
Jeez. Guess I'm glad I'm not hauling mail in and out of there right now.
Atlanta is the plague. I hate that town. No offense to anybody that lives there.
Yeah, I don't like going in and out of it either. It's traffic.
So, did you see the dev blog post related to character customization the other day?
No,
So it's been, I guess, officially. We knew that we could customize characters beyond the shirt, but now we know that there are 4 male and 4 female farmer looks. Apparently, you can have a hat. Most of the hats are branded by in-game brands, so you could have yourself a John Deere hat now.
nice.
Change the color of your shirt. Apparently you're a stylish farmer because you could choose to wear a leather-looking vest thing.
Only the guys. Only the guys can wear the vest.
Yeah, which they're calling a jacket, but only the boys get the vest. The girls can't accessorize with a vest. The ladies have to accessorize with just sunglasses.
Sure.
But you could choose to have your farmer with Cool Hand Luke could have a vest and sunglasses and a hat.
Nice.
Thanks for the donation there.
Yeah, I gotta get on
GOP Bernie.
this weekend or next pre-order so I can get it.
Hey Charles.
I haven't done it yet. But it looks like here in the next couple of weeks I'll be getting a lot more free time on my hands.
Oh, is this good or bad?
Good for me. Buddy, when I took this job, a buddy of mine was trying to get me to come drive his truck, and I don't know. I just something about driving for a friend, and he wasn't ready yet. He said it was going to be like 2 months, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Hey Schaefer,
anyhow.
what's up?
And he just called me up last week. He bought another truck, so the truck that he wanted me to drive is available. And these guys aren't panning out to, none of their promises are holding true. So.
Oh, so what are you going to be doing in a couple months? Oh, not a couple weeks, a couple weeks. Local runs?
Probably. Yep, local, home every day. Pulling in and out government contracts.
Oh, that sounds like the trucker's dream.
Yeah.
They must pay double then, right?
Oh, I hope.
I'm just teasing.
I wish, but no, it does pay pretty decent because it's government work. So basically, I'm going to break even. So, but It's like I said, they're not. The money's not holding up to what I was promised. The home time's not what I was promised, and I'm not getting any sleep. I'm working off of 2-3 hours a day if I'm lucky to get that. So not only am I just dragging and sleepy and miserable, but when I get home, if I'm awake, I'm a miserable SOB to deal with, which is why I don't live stream, because yeah, that's just not a good thing to have on my channel. Or I'm sleeping, and then I'm not getting nothing done at home, and I'm not really home for kids anyway, because I'm sleeping.
Hey Darren, what's up? Oh, that's fine. If you want to stay in Blender, you can.
Love the equipment.
You want to jump in? We can't. You can.
I can't keep going like this.
We can take you. That is indeed DoughBoy. Go GOP Bernie. I'm just going to call you Bernie because GOP Bernie sounds weird. If you want to jump in, we could have you fertilize and cultivate this field while we work on getting these other fields off. If you don't, that's fine. Bernie's in chat. He's like, "Is that DoughBoy I hear?" And it's like, "Yes, it is." See, been missed.
Oh, I missed everybody else too.
But yeah, if you're not feeling sociable, then that's the last thing you want to do is fire up a live stream.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, there's been days I thought about it and I said, you know what? I don't feel like people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put myself out there and risk
and it's
something.
Not so much about not feeling like people, because like I've been at home and I've wanted to, but and I miss everybody that normally hangs out on my streams, and I want to get on and hang out with them, but it's a combination of two things normally for me. One, getting the energy just to get down there and do it again, and two, if I have the usual DoughBoy curse that when I fire up to do a live stream and something doesn't work, goes haywire, because, well, that's what happens when I haven't used it in a long time. Then the fact that I'm sleepy and I'm an SOB, I'm going to get really angry, and I'm probably going to say things I wish I could say and throw things, and, you know, computer might end up out the pane glass window in the middle of the yard, you know. That's just not a good thing. Might give me a reason to build my new one, but it's not a good thing at the moment.
Oh, wreck into me, why don't you?
I'm lagging. Sorry.
Not a good thing. Well, biggest fan.
Coming as fast.
You never know. Sometimes the
Alright, you can go.
the desire to be home
because,
overrules what's the best thing.
Base camp, but, you know, hey.
It's hard to say what you do unless you were faced with it, because sometimes people are like, no, I don't want to leave my house and everything. What's the latest Blender creation?
I've been trying to do that field marshal from, I guess it was FS17, trying to bring it to 17 because Mike Griefy wants it.
Field marshal?
Yeah, you could take a quick look at what it looks like on your Discord while I'm logging in.
That is indeed. Some people don't have any place to go or money to get there. There's a fair bit of people that still don't have, don't have regular access to transportation or reliable transportation. There's been some shelters that are shut down too. So let's see what this field marshal looks like. Oh, that thing. Okay. See, when you say field marshal, I'm thinking like, a dude.
Yeah, apparently that's what it was named after. Some German. I'm getting ready to hit start.
This is going to kick in before the end of the month, you think?
What, getting this thing done?
No, DoughBoy in his new position.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
hoping so. Probably in 2 weeks' time.
Oh.
He's supposed to be faxing me or getting me some paperwork, and as long as the numbers show on paper what he's telling me it's going to be, then I'll put the application in, and it's just a matter of however long it takes them to do the background check. And once that comes back, I'll put 2 weeks notice in. So I'm going to guess probably 2-3 weeks.
Well, it's not like you're going to want to be behind a truck of a wheel of a virtual truck, but Oregon is absolutely gorgeous.
That's what I keep getting told.
I was driving through some town, and there was a fire hydrant that was spewing water up because I guess someone knocked it over, and there was a repair crew working there. Lots of animation things in the background.
Right.
Go into a logging point. There's not just cranes moving logs around, but also like the scorpion, like actually cutting logs to length, and then the buffalo like loading logs up onto the back. Drove through Portland the other day, and there was a cable car that was running between a mountain and the city and stuff.
Nice.
That's right, Will. You never
Yeah,
know
Burner
until
was
you're
telling
in
me
that
about it,
position
how nice it was.
what you might do.
I'm gonna have to get it. I need to get that. I want to get back in that game too.
Oh,
I
he
gotta
stopped
remap
again.
some things before I can really enjoy it.
I think he quit bailing again.
Yeah, I just saw that. I don't know if it's when I turn off, he turns off, or what.
If you disable him, I'll do it.
Hey, John Deere boy, what's up? Multiplayer glitch has you standing in the field and driving the baler.
It's a ghost.
FYI, the tender auto unloads.
Ah, okay. So you just get over the spreader and it dumps in?
Yep.
I need the 87. 477 struggling.
Alright, we'll switch. Oh, Anthony says, hey, DoughBoy.
Hey, Anthony.
Oh, that's more like it. A little more power.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Looks of the schedule, I should have some openings this weekend. I'm hoping to get at least one stream fired up, but it's all depending on how tired I am.
What were the winds that you were seeing at the house there, Will?
Oh, he left. And he's back.
It's probably a signal.
No, somebody tried to call my phone.
Alright. Go get this field cleared. We can get it sprayed and then get it cultivated and then get it fertilized or seeded.
You want the mess left by the worker or just leave it?
I just leave it. Oh, that's not too bad. Definitely wasn't anything like the more centralized parts.
You run the harvester?
Yeah, that's fine. The goal is to get the grain off, the straw off, so we can then get it fertilized and cultivated and seeded.
I did.
Did you cut across?
I got disconnected.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
I just see the harvester like beelining toward the other side of the field.
Is it still going?
No, it stopped finally.
Oh.
Yeah, Panama City looked like it was hit bad.
Well, let's hope the fertilizer just doesn't keep running. You know, it's in pause mode here.
Yeah. No, it doesn't keep ticking down. Hey Fabio, what's up? Let's see, what other interesting Farm Sim 19 news might there be?
I found a leaked footage video today.
Oh?
Most of it was gameplay we already saw, but or at least it showed the character customization and more of the PDA of the European map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was just the Agco harvester, the John Deere. It was just leaked footage of the preview version. I was wanting to see some video of how the property purchasing works.
Yeah, we saw them buy some property at Gamecom, but it didn't really see the functionality. More like the just saw them buy a plot of land, but we didn't see really how they did it.
I'm coming. You want to set that baler to follow you?
Oh no, that's fine. I just figured while you were grabbing that, I would just pick up a couple bales. Oh, John Deere boy, I'm not sure what you're saying. Really? Seems pretty active to me. I mean, it's not crazy active like the Giants Discord.
Sorry.
What?
He said Discord was like a ghost town. I'm like, what?
I don't know. I mean, it's not super active at the moment.
It's 10 o'clock at night.
Indeed. I saw that Meadow Grove was updated. I haven't downloaded it to look at it. Looking at the notes, it just looked like he changed the cow farm around a little bit and a couple other things. I think the ground will adjust to some degree. I don't think it will infinitely adjust, but I think it will adjust to some degree. Because we've seen that in Gamescom videos, where they would put a building down and you could see the ground kind of like come up and go down around the building. And in some of that footage, I was paying attention to the prices, and depending on the amount of ground deformation that basically had to happen, the price to put the placeable down would go up if it had to do more terrain adjustments. So it's cheaper to put a placeable down on flat ground than on ground that needs to be, you know, changed around a lot. That would explain why I couldn't enter it.
Ah, can beat you to it. Got my ninja fast teleport skills in.
I didn't realize it was the first thing on the option, on the choice. So I was like trying to click it. Yeah, I think obviously placeables will be much more in demand and much more desirable with respect to
take over harvesting.
With respect to modding or making placeables. Well, did you see my my message related to the sugarcane on Emerald Coast? On Emerald Coast, the sugarcane came due a lot earlier than I was expecting. Maybe I had thought about typing it and didn't actually do it. I don't know. Who knows? But the first early winter, year 2, is where I'm at in real life on that map. Obviously, the recordings are a bit further behind, but early winter, year 2, the sugarcane came ready to harvest. And I went back and looked, and we planted it in mid-autumn of the first year. I was kind of expecting it to take a little bit longer. Maybe the first harvest I have theorized comes due sooner, because when you plant the billets, they start already at a particular percentage of growth. I do. Yeah. In essence, I upload the video. I release it to be public right after streaming, as soon as it's available for me to mark as public. And then YouTube's got to do their thing. They process the video and do some stuff on the back end, but it will go live in archive format very, very soon, probably within an hour or two after the stream ends. Basically as fast as YouTube will let it be. Well, I guess 15 months is about right. Mid-autumn year 1 to early winter year 2. So that means I should expect the next harvest.
Happens pretty quick.
So I should expect the next harvest, what, like, what? Early summer year 4? Or early spring year 4? Yeah, it was mid-autumn. The first year is when we put it in the ground. And early winter year 2 is ready. I don't use Twitch because, quite frankly, that whole platform confuses the hell out of me. I don't understand it with all its little gems and hoots and hollers and everything else. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, the poplar came due a lot quicker than I was expecting also. I've already done a poplar harvest. That'll air, I guess, some point. It probably hasn't aired yet. But I've already done a poplar harvest. And I don't put poplar in this year, and I pulled it out of the ground this year. I harvested it already. Of course, it regrew, just like I was expecting. So it's wonderful. Plant once and reap the rewards every year thereafter. Yeah, I demonstrated that in the stream, or in the recordings. That it shows harvested and growing at the same time. I did bring out the big boy on Emerald Coast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that'll air in couple weeks when I'm on a trip.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I had it hooked up behind a big plow and a big cultivator. And I'm probably going to hook it up behind that big Great Plains cedar we got here on this map. Because everything else I got is dwarfed by that thing. Poplar will regrow forever.
You running singles, doubles?
It's like
triples?
grass. Sugarcane will just do 3. Just normal. Well, I basically, with the compaction mod, I tried singles, doubles, and triples. And with the ground moisture that I had, they all did light compaction. So I just went with doubles, just for aesthetics. And it kind of looked the same that way as a big tractor power video that I just recently watched, where they were they had a whole bunch of 9Rs out on a field pulling like 30-foot disking under corn stubble in order to flip the field for winter wheat. I'm like, oh look, see? And that's what I talked about in the video. It's like, I just saw this in a video of people doing this in real life, just with modern equipment, so I don't want to hear nobody talk about how this thing isn't a plow. That's how they do it here.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of people that use the deep plows around here.
It's because our soil's so much better than the European dirt. It doesn't compact as much, or it's not as, I don't know. We don't need to do such deep turning over.
You know how I told you about the guy that had the soybeans? That he, one of the local farmers says he wasn't even going to pull them out of the field.
Oh yeah.
Well, my wife had to sit on the side of the road for 5 minutes while the cultivator went down the road. She called me and she goes, "There's this big giant John Deere thing driving down the road, and they won't let anybody drive down the road." I'm like, she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because it takes up both lanes of traffic."
Where's he gonna go?
She's like, "It's that big?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty dang big."
Hey Ollie, what's up?
Yeah, he had the sheriff deputies escort him. I thought that was nice.
That was. Yeah, you don't want any crazy person coming around the corner real quick and discovering there's this giant tractor with a giant implement right there in the road.
Yeah, they're getting ready. I guess they're positioning it to pull the soybeans. He hasn't started taking them off yet, but must be just moving his equipment.
Clearly, it sounds like he's just ready to write it off.
He'll probably store them. I've been watching the MN Millennial Farmer, and they haven't even got to their soybeans yet. I guess it's been too wet. It won't dry out, so they can't harvest them. That stack is almost full. I don't know if you just want to chop straw the next one or.
We got to stack it to chickens.
Ah, that's right. Is it inside the shed or?
It is. It's for the advanced. Fabio says, hey.
Hey, Fabio.
It's kicking up dust, so I guess it's baling. Yep.
Oh crap, I don't want to be a snob. Hey, how you doing, Fabio?
He just asked, is Darren with you too? Maybe you saw that.
Nope.
Well, at least you weren't being a snob. Now he's asking how we all are.
Fabulous.
Not too bad. Looking forward to the weekend. Like always, right?
Yeah, sometime soon I want to hook up my other monitor so I can see what's going on.
Fabio, I don't know. Probably not. We'll just have to see. I don't know if we're going to move over to something else. The plan was to move over to East Coast USA when that was done. But things may have, the schedule may have fallen outside the realm of that happening at this point. But I might have something. An idea.
Empty the grain cart.
Might have me an idea up my sleeve. Hey Mark, what's up?
Sitting on 5,000 bushels of barley.
Yeah, we should have plenty of barley, right? You know, my goal is to have enough money to buy that Field 16.
Makes you wonder if today was Hurricane map making day.
Oh, you mean for Will?
Yeah, I mean, he should just popped a couple Benadryls and sat there and finished it up.
Well, he's let the cat out of the bag in chat, so I'll tell you since you can't see. It's kind of on hold. So, it'll come out for 17, but probably either right at the cusp of 19's release or right afterwards. He's got a big trip here scheduled in a week or two. Gonna have him out of town for several weeks. It's just a matter of running out of time, really.
Well, that's all right. I hope he has fun on his vacation. I just figured the day you almost had money, that map would come out and you'd never get that Field 16. I just knew it wasn't going to happen.
Well, I think I made a... Fabio asked if this was going to be the last multiplayer map I do before 19, and I was telling him the plan was to move over to Emerald Coast, or not Emerald Coast, but East Coast. But that was probably not going to necessarily happen. I was thinking, well, what map could I move over to? And there's this little map that's based in the area north of me. I've been itching to get back to and just never did. I'm thinking about firing up a old, an oldie but goodie in Willow River and making that a live stream event.
Oh, stop it. I'm blushing now.
What do you think? Do you think we play this till the end of winter, still everything off, and then take our winnings to Willow River?
Hey, I'm in with whatever.
The best darn Goldcrest Valley edit I've seen.
Harvester's gonna need fuel.
Seen that.
Well, that sounds like a plan if it's not a slideshow, you know. That I'll have to see because I added the actual bales that you can bale now of that alfalfa pop rock crap.
Hey, Genetic Jay, what's up? Yeah, I know you said you had it so you could bale the alfalfa up. Still the polka dotted.
Not quite as bad.
I'm just having fun.
But you got that baler right on your posterior now. Did you turn him off?
I don't think I think it's because I keep talking. I right shift is my push to talk. So I've messed them up. That's what I did. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Just jumping around doing all kinds of things tonight. Oh, I'm no ma'am, Fabio, that's for sure. That bale stacker you can find over at Farmer Andy's site. If you're in my Discord, it's pinned in the mod links. Oh, where'd he go?
Play with the apple trees.
I could, because I like to buy apples from farmers and sell them at my produce shop.
Well, I sell fertilizer, so I guess with Kelly Raz out, I have to shove that damn ice cream factory over there.
Oh no, that's okay. You got any of the straw harvest stuff installed on Willow River?
Yeah, I have a placeable for it. And
it's fine, Fabio. I was joking.
Bioheating or whatever that actually buys the pellets.
The pellet hall is built in if you have the straw harvest. So it's like a $400,000 freebie.
Yeah, like on the South Mountain edit, it's the same way.
And if you don't have it, then it's basically like a placeable area with a couple sheds next to it. All right, see you later, Fabio.
No,
Thanks for dropping by.
Triggers the South Mount one. I figured you can get in your own game and place it wherever you want.
Thinking, what map was I looking at that had just one sell point? Took wood chips and hay pellets, and then I remembered. One that's coming out tomorrow.
Well, which one is that?
It's that forestry one that hit the mod hub the same time Thornbrook did. I think I put a screenshot in of the helicopter I crashed into a tree.
I'm having fun with the MR and gearbox on your server. It's kind of different. I like power sliding my tractor around corners. It's fun.
The more the more ridiculous mod.
I don't know if I'd say it's more realistic, but
It's sometimes it's a bit. It's like, are you sure?
and nothing like a power slide around a corner.
Or having like 10% wheel slip when you're driving on asphalt.
Right.
It's like I don't really think my tires would be slipping like this on asphalt. I wouldn't have any ribs left. I would just rip them all out to shreds.
My favorite thing is the more realistic, like yield, the crop yield, and the seed usage and stuff like that.
Yeah, the nice part about that is it's a separate mod, so you could put in the MR gameplay, and that deals with the yields and the usage rate of fertilizer and such, and to some degree pricing, and it doesn't affect actual implements or anything. Oh, something else on Emerald Coast I found is the usage rate on compost is really low. I've got a video scheduled where I, just for funsies, spread a load of manure on a field, and then spread same amount of compost, and well, let's just say the manure basically goes to do field 22, and the same amount of compost basically fertilizes all the other fields I have, and I still had like 50 to 40% of the compost left. I'm not sure where I would go into to adjust the overall yield or usage rates on that. Hey Danny, what's up? How's the mileage competition between you and the Dutchman? Yeah, it'll come out in a couple weeks. Like I said, I'm a couple weeks ahead at this point. Because I wanted to get ahead for the... I wanted to get ahead before I went on the trip. Somehow you had also shifted the worker to the side a little bit.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't think you have any shortage of straw at the moment.
No, we're good. We're definitely good.
Let's see if I can pick this up before it even touches the ground. Yep.
Oh, did you do, have you played with the hay is grass mod?
Yeah.
Does it mess up the power food mix to where the ratios aren't balanced anymore?
Ooh, the best person to ask would be Tiger Man, because he uses it more than I do.
Alright. The reason I'm asking is, one, because like right now we got 153 cows on here. We're probably going to be out of grass before the end of late summer, like we were out of grass the end of late spring. And Same on Emerald Coast. I've got 141 cows, and I'm running out of grass in the late part of the seasons. And I've got more hay than I'll ever need over there on that map. I thought about putting that in just to eat up more hay.
I think what happens, if I remember right, when you mix the TMR and you feed it to the cows, it only affects the silage and the power food because it removes hay from the base food. Does that make sense?
Right, but it still applies it in the same ratio of 2/3 to 1/3.
I believe so, yes.
Right.
Like I said, the best person has Tiger Man and Pistol are using it on Blackbird right now, so.
Yeah, I know Tiger Man likes it because he wanted it on Germantown. I figured he used it just because he had that he has this aversion to not being at 100% or something.
I never can get my animals at 100% on seasons, ever. I think the highest I've ever got is like 94.
Yeah, you pretty much almost can't anymore because it's an average over time. And you're gonna have to play a really long time in order to get that average to 99%, because you start out at 80, you slowly work your way up from there.
Are you done bailing?
I'm out of twine.
Ah.
I noticed it stopped bailing again, so I jumped in here to figure out why, and I couldn't start it because it says
You want me to keep harvesting?
that's cool. I don't know what to tell you, Mark. I've not run into that issue. I don't know if it might be somehow a mod conflict. I'll tell you one issue that we did run into is telling me that I only have 6 bales worth of twine.
Does he have game extension turned on?
Oh, I can find out.
I just, the fast forwarding at night thing, I know game extension does that. It's in one of the settings.
We're obviously running game extension here.
I know, and I don't have a problem on every map, but like on Mountain Valley, I couldn't run game extension in seasons. I kept getting some weird time errors, like it fast forwarded and wouldn't stop.
Well, he said yes, but he turned it off.
Hmm.
I guess he turned the night forwarding off.
I'd try taking game extension out of the mod folder and see if he still has the problem.
Did you make any tweaks to it?
And it may be, could be a conflict with a conflict with a conflict.
Any placeables you put in? Anything like that?
It's so many mods. It could be anything.
Yeah, I was watching Landy Kid stream the other day on Shamrock, and he was getting a bunch of Lewis, and turned out it was stream ended, and it basically turned into a troubleshooting stream where he just was trying to figure out what was causing the Lewis. Turned out it was the Abbey slurry kit that he was using, but it wasn't using the Abbey. It was related to when he got out of a tractor after resetting the Abbey or something. It all of a sudden spew a bunch of Lewis, and it was somehow related to how the mod author implemented dynamic hoses. Thanks for the sub. I didn't catch it because OBS is hidden at the moment. Hey. How do I refill this again? How about that? That'll work.
Yeah, I've kind of learned that mod conflicts are the norm instead of the exception.
Well, I think lots of people will hold that you don't need to, with 17, you don't need to take mod folders, or you can have multiple maps and it doesn't matter. And you can just have one massive mod folder and not worry about deactivating mods and stuff. But I don't know, I just think just seems to work best if you keep your mod folder to just the mods you're actually using and just the map you're actually using, and you just manage it that way.
Yeah, I have a separate folder for each server. Each map, really. I set up a mod folder for each map.
I mean, people get used to how long the game takes to open. But like, if you move your mod folder and create a new one that's empty and you launch the game, I think you'd be flabbergasted at how fast it opens up.
It just takes seconds.
Put your mod folder back in there and open it, and it's like, it could be a minute or two before it actually finally gets to the main menu screen. That's because it's reading all it's reading all those mods into memory, taking up game memory or system memory and everything.
Yeah, I dropped my main in there, which is, I think it's got like 600 mods. It's just a storage, and every now and then I'll drop it in there if I want to look at different stuff. It takes like 5 minutes for my game to load. It's just kind of my storage. I move stuff in and out of it because I want to play with it. It's crazy how you start to memorize the file names.
Yeah, I've got a folder I can just call mod test. That's the mod folder I activate when I do map videos, or I just download a random mod that I want to test. I'll stick it in there. Don't want to follow that tractor. No. Yes, that's the one I want to follow. Well, the old adage of your mileage may vary will, you know, folks may say, no, it won't matter. It's like, okay, that's fine. If that's what you were experiencing, then that's fine. I just know how.
Yeah, like Will's saying, I've noticed like that with the mud mod in the map. I've noticed like if I have some maps will break the mud and other maps. I've noticed that.
Well, like the is it that Grawl thing? The stationary baler?
Yeah.
So when that first came out, apparently there was some script in it that would universally load, even if you didn't have it activated. And it would basically cause any other baler you tried to use in the game to not function. If you just had that mod in the mod folder, you didn't even have it activated. Then they released an update that I think corrected that problem. But it's kind of an example of somehow a global script that gets activated and it's running even though the mod isn't actually ticked off and in theory activated for your game save, still having effects. All right.
Gotta find these bales in the dark.
It's hide and seek.
I just thought of a farm product. Infrared twine. There you go. You can farm at night with night vision. See your bales.
Oops. Yeah, I had an issue with UMRV and Seasons and the liquid fertilizer pack after an update. After a Giants update, I couldn't run UMRV, Seasons, and the liquid fertilizer pack all at the same time. I could run UMRV and Seasons. I could run UMRV and liquid fertilizer. But if I activated all three of those,
you really want to trip yourself out.
It basically just crashed the map.
Major Tom with the zoom out in the dark.
the high drone fly? Drone?
Yep.
Just see the little lights everywhere. Everybody's got to turn their blinkers on. Did you put the mercury lights in, Klein? Can't remember.
Yeah, I placed them around.
Yeah.
I stuck them on Emerald Coast around all the, around a couple of the remote grain bins, which came in rather handy when I was harvesting corn at 11:45 at night.
Now, have you ever used that I can't see crap at night mod?
The pitch black is night mod.
Yeah.
I think I might have used it for like 2 nights. Took it out.
Like, okay, enough of that. I can understand some semblance of realism, but it's not that dark. You gonna skip, or you gonna keep going?
I was gonna skip night once I got done this harvest. This is the only thing that's keeping us from turning these fields over in the rain. It's getting the rain off of them.
Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to see those bales. I'll keep trying.
Well, there was an old case, like corn thresher. That used to work and doesn't work anymore after an update also. But I'm wondering if the bales would have any more heat than the ground itself. How well they would actually stand out. I guess it also depends on your graphics, because I can actually see the bales pretty good. But I know if I tried to do this, if I tried to play at night on my laptop, which is like the lowest of low settings possible, there's like no lights coming out of the headlights.
I can see them somewhat, but
Hey, boss, can I be excused to take some coffee to the pond?
Sure. Make sure you turn your tractor off. Would hate to waste fuel while you make your own. Yeah, the SOB one.
Negative. That would be a number 1, not slurred. Thank you.
Oh, that is not a tipper. That is not a tipper. Alright, we ready to jump night?
machine is off and I'm out. I want to turn off follow me.
Morning. Here comes morning. Ta-da!
Alright, who's got the coffee? See if I missed any bales out here.
I don't know, but the BGA needs some stuff, I bet. Yeah, you don't get the you don't get hardly any light on low. Alright. Let's go fuel this thing up. See if we can't put some seed in the ground. Some corn seed. Well, who would have thought you'd have 3 SUVs, all the same color, all lined up like that? I think we got plenty of barley. See how much we have once we unload here. So when Darren comes back, I'll tell you all about an interesting story.
Oh, I've been working. And Raz, it's okay. You can just tell them you gotta get a bathroom. You don't have to tell them you gotta like put the kids to bed or anything.
We got 6,948 bushels of barley.
That's a lot of barley.
All right, so the wife works at a police station. Okay. It's general background. The rest of the story doesn't make sense if you don't know that. So last night she got a call from one of the IRS scammers wanting to tell her that she was owing tons of back taxes and the cops are going to come and arrest her unless she did something and blah 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 blah. So she just got rid of the guy, and the poor unfortunate guy called back, or some other IRS scammer called her today. Work. So she got rid of the guy, but then one of the officers was there and told her to call the guy back. Call the number back. So she did, and it wasn't like a fake ID, not caller ID number, so the guy answered. And she, strung him on for a while. And then eventually got tired of it and asked the guy, which officer was going to come arrest her? And was it the one that was standing beside her? He's like, what? What do you mean? It's like, well, I work at a police station, so I'm just curious which officer here at this police station is gonna arrest me. And he's like, you work at a police station? Oh, this is the wrong number. Hangs up real fast. It's like, it's interesting it was the wrong number because we called you back. So I was like, did you report the number to the state police? She's like, yes. Okay. Since that actually terminated back to a real number, I suspect that you get an interesting visit.
If it's if they're in the United States.
I don't know. At some point, it's federal offense, and then it jumps country lines, don't it?
Hey, it goes to Interpol. Same with credit card theft, because I've had my credit card stolen before and used, like, in Ukraine. That's what the guy from Discover said, that they have to turn it over to
Just
Interpol or whatever.
darn Ukrainian.
I can't remember if it was Ukraine or Belarus. It was one of those countries over there.
Let's see, where's our pickup?
It's probably Russians. It's always the Russians. The men in gray, yeah. Bill, I'm kind of bummed about your map, buddy.
Oh, I guess I
Have to
can't.
play it either way.
I guess I can't hook it up that way. I don't think I got any fertilizer in there. Oh, 22 pounds.
Because I was wanting to play East Coast and Mercury Farms, and I'm not getting either of them.
I haven't talked to Alien Jim. Of course, by maybe using his name, he'll show up.
That happens sometimes. I'll fertilize this last field as soon as I get done with this. Oh, I'll go take care of the BGA real quick.
Well, that's not one to fill, so. We'll fill it the old-fashioned way. Oh, I know where. It's a fertilizer fill point back here. We can always hope that it makes an early appearance in 19. Wrong button.
Does the Titan have plenty of fertilizer, or do we need to use like slurry or whatever?
It's topped off.
Yeah.
Oh, the rain is coming. The rain is coming. There we go. Great teamwork. Got 3 fields harvested and 2 fields cultivated and fertilized, and now we're putting corn in the ground.
Fill up the BGA and take a load of poop water up there.
Oh, stink water. I think that's probably the one thing I'm least looking forward to, is having to learn what all the icons look like again. No. A little spoiled by the UniConvert mod, which puts the text up there.
Yeah, I got booted.
They're not holding out for you, huh?
Yeah, it's weird tonight. I won't resync. You guys got this. I'll just sit back and watch.
There's rumors of a gameplay video maybe tomorrow.
You want me to link that one I found?
If it's, I think it was posted in their media channel, and
Gotcha.
pretty sure we determined that it was a, because I think the channel that had like, I think the channel name was like Giant Software or something, but we pretty much figured out that it was a imposter channel that was putting stuff up, posing as official Giants videos that weren't. I don't expect, if it's the same channel, I don't expect the channel to be around too long. It was using like the Giants logo as its icon, the Giants software as the channel name. You go to about, it's like the official Giants software channel. But then if you click on, like it said, country of origin was like India. And then it would let you click a link to see like the person's email address. And it was you know, some lame Gmail account or something. And the YouTube account was created in like August of 17. Whereas the Farming Simulator channel, which is the real channel, was like made in 2009. And is like a business verified channel or something, so you don't have that, some of those other options that you're seeing. So I don't know how much longer that'll be around.
I sent you a link. It's the cover page, or the picture. What's that called? The picture you take, your thumbnail or whatever. It's not FS17, but the footage inside is. I sent it to you. You can look at it, see if you've seen it. You probably have. It probably came from somewhere else. He just put his name on it. I won't even say the guy's name.
Oh, that's a different channel.
The key to finance.
Better not watch it. Yeah, it might be the same video, but it's definitely the different channel than that they than that other person had put up.
Yeah, it's probably a Giants video that was released and everybody's putting their name on it.
But it might, I mean, it might have been like a Gamescom spectator that just, you know, I didn't actually watch the video to know. I don't know if it was like a cell phone video that someone took, someone basically demonstrating the game, or if someone had gotten a preview, I guess maybe press copy. I don't know. It's from Gamescom. It looked like they, well, it looked like they had stuff set up to play like preview copies of 19.
See, because all the videos I've seen so far have been PlayStation controls. And when I watched this one, it looked like it was PC controls. So I was kind of like, oh, maybe it's just different.
Alright, Genetic, catch you later. We're going to be following you very shortly. Plan will be back here on South Mountain Creamery on Friday night.
Night, Jay.
Don't know if I'll have an opportunity to get this stuff planted between now and then, or not. Get some rest and get healthy there, CCS 101.
Now, Raz, is there a truckload of stink water like alongside the road somewhere we gotta look at?
No, I actually was in the the front loader at the BGA when I got disconnected. I hadn't picked up stink water yet.
Alright, I was just making sure, because I know on this map there's a bunch of animals standing around scared stiff everywhere.
Oh, Schaefer, that's terrible.
Some of those fainting cows, are they?
Sorry you missed the bulk of the stream. Of course, it'll be up in archive if you want to go back and scan through it.
So think about moving to Willow River.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. Probably right before I have enough money to buy that field.
Oh no, we gotta plow that field first.
Should do like should do an all green setup. Go green all the way. Just teasing.
You know, I've been thinking about being anti-green in 19.
Well, it probably pay off because everybody else is gonna be driving nothing but green.
I've been thinking about being anti-green and anti-dog.
I think we knew you didn't like the dog. I need to buy another field on Warmian. I just don't know which one I want.
Saw your wheeling and dealing earlier.
See, my grandpa always told me, you buy the empty property on the highway going out of town. And that's what I did, and it worked, see?
Yeah, because he wants wanted a parking lot. More centralized to the map, I guess. Yeah, there's just a particular shade of green I was going to avoid.
There's parking lots everywhere. But he paid me more than I paid for it, so I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, I'll give you 5,000 for it. It's like, I'm not taking a loss. Yeah, it's it's just my general aversion to anything popular. The more popular something is, the more adverse I am to probably not wanting to do it. Probably why I never felt the drive to play Lone Oak. And I was seeing I was seeing Virtual Farmer talk in Giants Discord about 19, and they basically were wondering if some folks were asking him if he was going to play the European map or the American map for his Let's Play videos. And it was basically it's whatever the viewers want. So whichever one they want is what he'll put on the Let's Play series. I thought, well, it's like the complete opposite of what I'm thinking. Because I'm going to do the map that I like. And if you don't like it, that's fine and dandy. There'll probably be plenty of other people that'll be playing the map you like. But the minute I start doing something for somebody else, then it's not going to be that exciting.
You know, we could play Lone Oaks, and on the last day before 19 comes out, I can saw that tree down.
I'm thinking someone has his own channel. He could put a video of one video of Lone Oak up. The sole purpose of rolling into town, sawing the tree down, and hauling it off in the middle of the night.
It's just you in a pickup truck. Just walk right in there.
Now, I had an idea. I was sitting in, you know, you could sit in their houses. There's a fireplace. I'm going to have this woman yapping at me that I need to go out and get more firewood. I was going to go out, cut it down, and next thing you see is all this tree hanging in the house.
Let's see here. I guess we'll we could try to straighten this off and GPS this. That'll make it go a little quicker. I'm glad. I hope the videos were helpful for you, and glad you stuck around. Just had somebody today put a comment in about the calculator video. They were playing on Xbox and wanted to know if the calculator would work for the Xbox. I told them darn right it'd work for the Xbox, as long as they picked the original version and not the updated one. There we go. This will work. A lot better. Skip a row. Just have to come back and clean up. This will work. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to close out the night. We're going to close up shop. Head off to Slumberland. I thank Raz and Darren for coming out and helping out tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, guys, happy farming.